We're recording.
We're live.
It's going.
This is the podcast.
I heard the story.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Yeah, so me and Larry, we filmed 3 episodes, 3-hour-long episodes, and only one got posted. The first one.
No way.
Yeah, the first one, we filmed it, and I forgot to press record on the audio because I just got this, so I didn't know how to use it.
So did you ask him the same questions, or was it?
No, so that's what actually made me confident to do this podcast because I was able to interview somebody 3 times and asking them like 3 different questions because I didn't want him to get bored.
Yeah.
The second time we filmed it, we only filmed about 30 minutes, but we were just like, our energy was down. Like the jet lag just kind of got to us. And then the third episode, which is the one that we posted. So it almost didn't happen. The videographer out there, his name was also Nick. So shout out Nick. He had lights and he lived at the hotel because I didn't have, these like studio lights. And he just brought them. But yeah, that's but yeah, we're recording. So if you
Hi guys.
we're good now. Nainoa and Nina, welcome to the Unscripted pod.
Thank you for having us. I'm excited.
I've been waiting to get on.
He's like, time was clicking. It's about time, Joe.
Wait.
Dude, I'm actually really excited to have you guys on because I know you guys. Like, obviously, I know him a little bit more because we're in STG together. But like, we've been around each other. We've traveled together many times now. But I haven't like sat down with you guys and like heard about your guys. I've heard like bits and pieces here and there, just in natural conversation, but not like a full in-depth, like I want every little detail of your guys' life. And
brother,
I'm a little nervous.
But no, I think you guys are like one of the most like fun couples to be around. Like when you guys come around, I think you guys bring like an energy and it's like, okay, cool, like I can chill, like I can relax, And then you guys are also, on the flip side of that, you guys are also like the life of the party too. So it's like, I can get the really chill version. I can talk to you guys about like my problems in my life, but then I'm also like, well, if I just need to turn up, I can just go to them too,
I know, that's right.
But yeah, now I'm excited to get a little deeper dive into you guys.
Let's do it.
So of course I had to start it off. How did y'all meet? What was the origin story?
This is his favorite question. He couldn't wait for this.
I love this question. We did a whole YouTube video on this like years ago on it, but Nina found me on Instagram.
Okay.
But we used to be in a before I started social media, Nina was still doing social media, but before I started social media, we used to be in a network marketing company.
Online.
And me and my best friend Fads, a lot of people probably know him, but
shout out Boredom Kills.
Facts. But me and Fads ran a big team and we were just popping our stuff, going crazy. And then Nina was in the same company.
Yes,
found me on Instagram.
In the East Coast.
But shooter.
Right.
So shooter.
What?
Now we're 4 years and some change later.
There you go.
That's like super long story short. What ended up happening was we were in the same online business, but I had followed him because he was popping his stuff, and I'll give it to them. I'll give it to the West Coast. Like, y'all were going crazy. And that's why I ended up following him. But it was more business. I was like in my healing stage. I did recently get out of a breakup.
She did just get out of a breakup, and I was playing a role like, yo, I'll help you with your business.
Oh, that's crazy.
Hold on,
so are you admitting that, this was planned? That's crazy.
I was like, yo, so, if you need help, let me know. And she was like, oh, for sure, I'll let you know. And then I wasn't really trying to.
No, he tried to plan a call with me. That's what it was. He tried to collab with me.
Gosh.
He tried to collab with me with my team. And that's exactly how it went for a while. And tell them the truth. Tell them what really happened after that.
She dubbed me.
Damn.
Because he started moving.
It was so bad. I used to text her like, yo, I know you're on your phone. Like, you're going to reply back to me.
Yeah.
No, because he slid on Snapchat. So I know like Sachi and Larry's story was very similar.
I did slide on Snapchat.
Yes, you did slide on Snapchat. You added me on Snapchat because you asked for my Snapchat. That's when I knew that you were interested. That's when I knew that you wanted more than just business. That's when I really knew. Because come on now, we're going to Snapchat now. Like, what business do we have being on Snapchat? Snapchat. And he added me on Snapchat, and that's when he started swiping up with heart eyes. When he started swiping up with heart eyes, that's when I knew, like, okay, he wanted something a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then again, since I was in like my healing stage, I just wasn't ready because I was focusing on myself spiritually and just like pouring into me and just having that more alone time. So it wasn't necessarily because like I was not into him or anything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much how we met. And the story's way longer though.
I want to add something.
Oh my gosh.
Then we seen each other in person for the first time at an event.
And what happened?
She started getting jealous. She started
getting jealous.
She saw me. Saw me walking around.
Hold on. At this point, are you guys already like having conversations?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Shall we dive into like all of that?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, you want to know everything.
Yeah.
So we see each other at an event. You know me. I gotta play the slick role of like, okay, I'm gonna go and talk to her. I'm gonna sit with her for like a few minutes, but then I'm gonna leave. Cause like, you know, I gotta get her interested, but not like.
Don't give it too much.
I can't give her
I
too
feel
much.
like honestly, Nainoa should not be the one telling this story right now because I love how you're making it one-sided and then making it about you. No, we were talking on Snapchat. We didn't end up collabing on the call. He ended up continuously swiping up to my stories, hard eyes, trying to get to know me, sending me audios. And then after that, like we kind of like took a little pause and we stopped speaking for a little bit. That's when there was a group event or the business event, and then we both went without the intention of like really even meeting each other.
Yeah.
And even if we did meet each other, it was gonna be strictly business. But why are you cheesing over there? I don't remember being jealous. You told me that I was jealous. I remember just us going there, and I saw you. So I saw you from afar, and then that's when I was like, oh wait, he's kind of cute. He's kind of cute person. And then that's like what kind of like changed like my mind a little bit, where I was just like, okay, I can see you in real life, you know? But I don't know about all this other jealous stuff. What are you talking about?
No, we don't even got to get into that. Yeah! Okay, so we'll get into it.
Whoa, no.
I slid. We're in Miami. I don't know Miami event.
No, we don't got to get into it. Don't get into it.
Just know. I had her. I had her on my hip. Just know that.
Not too much.
Okay, so obviously, like you guys lock eyes, you guys have conversations at the event. At what point did you guys reconvene and like, you know what, let's start talking a little bit more?
It was May. It was my birthday. I had just turned 21.
Yeah.
Nina tells me I'm in Hawaii with all my friends. Nina's like, basically like, yo, it's this or bounce. Like, are you ready to like cut all the girls off? Or are you ready to I'll cut all, all the guys off. Like, it's either me or like go like bounce. And I was like,
I think it was because we were also like speaking for a good amount of time. So after the event was, I feel like when it became more real.
Right.
And yeah, it did take a little situation for me to be like, okay, wait, I actually kind of like him a little bit more than I thought.
Yeah.
And then when it came to us speaking more, I feel like that's when we started to actually get to know each other was after that event, which was what, in March?
The event was in March.
It was in March. The first event was in March. And then that's when we started speaking more. We started getting to know each other. And then I caught more interest in like our little conversations. And don't let him fool you because he was falling asleep on FaceTime for 24 hours straight.
We all
That's just there. See, all his friends could like testify to that. But back for, I guess, like what were we talking about? How we ended up.
I was in Hawaii when you told me.
Yeah, when you were in Hawaii. Yeah. The reason was because I felt like we were talking for so long, and I was like, okay, at this point, I know that you're very interested in me, and now I'm more interested in you. So let's like talk about like what's going on, because I don't like not knowing, what two people are, and one person is living life one way, and then the other person's living life the other way. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why I was just like, let me know what's up, like.
Then we can fast forward. Your boy flew her out.
I was gonna say because you're West Coast and you were East Coast at the time.
I was East Coast, and like I never really knew much about the West Coast until flying out. So
I flew her out. Mind you, I was dirt broke at the time. Flew her out. Yeah. I was dirt broke at the time. I was like, screw it. Yeah. I'm just gonna do it. And then. Yeah, I flew her out July.
He was dirt broke.
Yeah, like I spent all. I just knew she was the one.
He fooled me.
But it was like, I flew her out like July 2nd or July 3rd. You know, we spent 4th of July together, and then I asked her out at the airport when she was going home.
Oh, that's smooth.
He did. He didn't even wait. It was less than a week. I love a man who knows what he wants.
So how'd you do it? How you said it was at the airport, but did you like did you have chocolates or something?
Not, bro. Mind you, it was so corny. It was so corny. Mind you, I'm 21. I'm younger, younger, whatever. But I'm taking her and one of my great friends back to the airport. They're both flying back to the East Coast. Right. He was going to like Virginia. She was going to Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. They were on the same flight. So I'm taking them both off. I'm texting my friend in the back like, yo, we got to stall when we get to the airport because I'm going to ask her out. So, I get out of the car, get her bags out, and I just look at her. I'm like, will you be my girlfriend?
I knew it was coming because you couldn't hide it. You were so shy, so jittery. Yeah. He was sweating. I was like, oh man. It was one of those long hugs too. And then
I looked at her. I was like, can you be my girlfriend? Or will you be my girlfriend?
How old was I? Like what? Like 18, 19?
19. You were turning 19. 18, 19. Because Nina's 2 years and a few months.
The story's a little blurry. It's been a while.
Going on 5 years.
And you knew right off the bat, like, when he asked that, like, yes?
You know what? I actually did. I feel like at first... So what happened was when I first came out to Arizona, I was like, okay, well, let's really see his intentions. You know what I mean? And one thing that I loved about Nainoa was that when he came out, he was so, like... driven to lead. Like he was opening my doors, doing all these sweet things. And like, if I'm being honest with you, like I was so independent before to the fact that I used to handle those things myself. And I guess I didn't really think or I wasn't really around that much, as sad as that sounds. And at first I was a little hesitant, and it was solely because of the fact that I was, again, in my healing stage. And I didn't want to make the same mistakes that I had made last time. So, like, I felt like with him and with my next partner at that time, I was thinking, like, okay, this needs to be the one. You know, I spent so many years, like, and not that they were wasted, because I definitely learned from my past situation. But I was like, I definitely want to make sure that the person that I'm with is somebody that I do want to be the father of my kids or my husband one day, you know, all these different things. So one thing that I admired so much about Nainoa, and the reason why I did feel more ready for it, and here, this is an ego boost right here, was that I feel like he was very masculine, but at the same time, he did such a good job at helping me be soft and feminine, because I was always so like focused on being independent. And as sad as it sounds, I wasn't really used to, I guess, what do you call it? Like a gentleman, like him opening my doors when I first met him getting me breakfast every single morning, him cooking for me, you know, these were all things that were putting me in my feminine. Still do. Exactly. And we love a consistent man. But yeah, like he was doing all of these different things, showing me like, okay, his intentions were actually really pure, you know, because as crazy as it sounds, like, okay, I'm getting flown out, like, you know, he could have been on anything. Let's be realistic. You know what I mean? So I just love that he took the lead as a man. And even with me, again, not experiencing all these different things, I feel like he could have took advantage of that, because some men do. Some men do see like a woman that maybe don't have certain standards and would just go with it, you know what I mean, and meet them at that level. But instead, I also felt like he had high standards as well. And that's a shout out to your parents too. But yeah, as far as that, again, I was a little hesitant only because I was like, okay, am I making the right decisions? Especially so young. And on top of that, like, you're from the West Coast, I'm from the East Coast, like Arizona, Pennsylvania, it's crazy.
There's distance.
But I was just like, you know what? Whatever I feel, I know that the right decision is to be with a man who I feel like caters to me and loves me and treats me the way that I'm supposed to be treated, and go from there, you know? Because at the end of the day, it's like, it's dating. Like, hey, we learn from it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So fast forward a little bit. You guys are now officially dating. At what point does that distance go to zero, you know, because like you said, you're East Coast, he's West Coast. At what point, and like how early? I feel like it might have been pretty early on, just based off of what I'm hearing.
So had a house with, counting me, 4 other people. So I had the master bedroom in Yo, Nina would come out and she would stay for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month, go back home, but leave her suitcases and all her clothes. Or she would go back with an empty suitcase. And then she would stay at home for a few weeks. Yeah. And then I would fly her back out. And then she would come out with more stuff.
Yeah. That's exactly how that went.
And then more clothes stayed. And then eventually it just came to a point where our lease was ending with all my friends. Like, we had like a month left. And I told her, I'm like, hey, me and Fads are moving in together. Mm-hmm. Are you ready? And at first she was like, no, I'm not ready. But
it's a big change.
Yeah, and at first I was going to get my own place.
I had to beg her because she was.
You didn't really beg me. It was more like you were very persistent.
I was like, no, you're not. I was like, no, like you cannot do that because she was looking to move to like Houston.
I was because right before that I started coming to Arizona in that house, I was actually also with my girl Stacy in Houston. So I was traveling a lot back and forth over there, and then that's when I started to think about a spot over there. So it was like either Houston at the time or it was going to be Arizona.
Got you.
Yeah.
I was just like, I cannot do that. Because like really think about it. Like you're trying to get with a girl or like, you know, matter of fact, we're dating. We're probably like 4 months in, 3 months in. And now you're like, yo, she's going to move to a different state. Like realistically, long distance relationships,
it's hard.
Don't work 9 out of 10 times. So I was like, we're already doing long distance. You're going back and forth. You're staying in PA. You know, Pennsylvania, whatever. We still have, you know, we still trust each other. It's a lot. And then I was like, you going to Houston? I'm like, and you're going to be with, you know, one of your great friends. Like, as a man, you just don't know what's really going on. And same thing for her. It's vice versa. You know, like even for her, like I'm living with all my friends. Like you can only imagine it's 3 of us, you know, or I was moving in with just Faz, but like everybody else is single. I'm the only one in a relationship at the time. Right. So it's like, I was like, nah, like
there's a lot of trust there.
Yeah, there was a lot of trust. So I was just like, no, like you have to do this. She kept telling me, nah, I don't know. Are we ready? Are you ready? I don't know. And it was hard. Yeah. When we moved in, it was very hard.
What was that transition like when you guys were separated and you were just coming over visiting till you finally decide, hey, I'm gonna move in? Was there a period where it was like getting used to living with each other, or was it pretty just natural straight off the bat? Like you guys just fit like a glove?
I feel like it was natural. I definitely feel like it was natural. I feel like I was coming over for like he said, like a week. I would leave stuff there, but don't let him fool you. He was telling me to leave stuff there. He was telling me just bring more stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
at some point you gotta either come get it all back.
So he was definitely plotting, and the house was very nice too. So like I was getting comfortable. I had my own little spa, my own little vanity situation. So I was getting very comfortable, especially because it was like, okay, I'm out of my mom's, so like I felt like I had almost like a little bit of my own space, even though like it was pretty similar since it was a shared house. But I would go like short periods of time back home and then come back and then back home, and every time I came back it was a longer period of time. And then I feel like other than that it was pretty natural. Like it pretty much flowed.
You mentioned him being raised by his parents. Was at what point did you guys like introduce each other to your guys' families?
I ain't gonna lie, I was right away.
Nainoa moved very fast. Look. The same week he asked me out was the same week that I met his parents.
Like I didn't have a lot of, like I don't count like middle school girlfriends like a girlfriend. Like, you know, I don't really count that. I didn't have a girlfriend in high school. Like, so I was like, yo, when I get a girlfriend, like I already know what I'm doing. I know what it is. I know, like I'm not here to mess around. So I was just like, mom and dad come over, like come to the crib. My mom brought food, made food, whatever. Dad came over, hey, this is Nina, and straight like that. Like I really, that never bothered me because I didn't take girls home. Right. Like I never took girls home. So when I got into a relationship, I already knew like, yo, this is going to be easy. This is the one, It's not like, yo, in the past I had 5 girls met my mom and dad, or 10 or what. No, I never took anybody home. So I was like, I was just like, yo, this is Kate, because this is the first girl, you know, they're going to be excited, you know, Nina's great, so they're going to get along. Yeah. And it's been like that ever since.
Yeah. Because I know it might have been a little bit tougher for you because your family's from here. You're from here. So like you didn't really have like any substantial big changes. But I feel like for you, do you think it was a little bit harder leaving your hometown?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was a thing where I even questioned if I was making the right move for a while. Like,
Rightfully so.
Yeah, and I would cry so often, where I would think about it so often, even after making the move. Right. I was still like, okay, am I making the right decisions? And not because I didn't love Nainoa and because I didn't care about him, but because I was leaving everything that I knew.
You're homesick, yeah.
Yeah, I was homesick. And like my family means everything to me. Yeah. Like my mom and my grandma are my best friends. Like I speak to them every single day.
No,
like literally my friends.
Still to this day,
friends,
they speak every single
day.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a really hard decision. But I also grew up in a really small town, and I felt like it was either Nainoa going to Lancaster, PA, which is where I'm from, or it was like me coming to Arizona. And I wanted something different because it was like, okay, what's the worst that can happen? I just have to move back. Yeah. You know? And I was like, I was ready for new change and new growth in my relationship and also in my own personal life. So I was like, okay, I need to get out of my comfort zone and I need to get out of my hometown. And yeah, that's pretty much how I made that decision. But for the first few months, I can't lie to you, I was flying back to PA every single month. Like every single month, either once or twice a month. Yeah. And like, I'm so blessed and lucky that I have the privilege to have done that. But yeah, like it was very hard in the beginning. I can't lie to you. And it was very hard on them as well. But they also wanted more for me. So they were like encouraging the move for me because they wanted me to push forward. So.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Special guy, right?
Special guy. So during all this time, obviously we talked about your guys' relationship, your guys' personal side, but on a business side, obviously I've known you doing social media a lot longer. I know you have your business. During all this time, because I remember you doing like Musical.lys back in the day.
Yo, those videos are hilarious.
Not too much.
So was that like kind of the start of the journey, or were you kind of starting before that?
With me? Yeah, so that's another thing too. I actually started for fun. And there was actually one girl in my hometown who was also doing it. And me and my sister, that's when me and my sister were living together. And we were like, you know what? Let's start social media for fun. My mom, if you live in a Hispanic household, you know how it is. She was strict. I could not go nowhere. I could not sleep over nobody's house. I couldn't be outside. I couldn't roam the streets. I couldn't do anything. So all I had was my little iPod at the moment. And I literally, that's when I decided to download Musical.ly. And then I started making videos just for fun. And there was one specific video, and I think it was like a belly dancing video. It was a belly dancing video. It was that era that had went viral. And after that, I just started making content for fun. I wasn't getting paid for it. I didn't know how to get paid for it. It was just for fun. Me and my sister were doing it, and then that's how like everything just flowed from there. From Musical.ly to Dub Smash to then it was Instagram, Snapchat, and then TikTok.
What's Dub Smash?
You don't know what Dub Smash is?
I know.
Joel, you're lying.
Dub Smash is either.
You don't remember the No?
No, I thought that was Musical.ly.
The reverse? I mean,
like the dance.
Yeah, but like Dub Smash was like
I only know Vine.
Yeah, I was
it was going crazy on Dub Smash. No, nothing.
Well, you're also younger than us. I don't know. Vine was like
exactly my point. You would have thought you were on it. No.
No. Well, I was a YouTube kid though. I grew up watching like YouTube, and then Vine came out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But no, Dub Smash. You just put me on. I'm about to go do some research tonight.
Oh, brother, please don't look at my videos.
I have no idea.
And then for
that
you,
was definitely an era.
Did you were just in? What were you doing at this time?
At the time, you're talking about like at the time when she moved in?
Yeah.
Oh man, like just being fully honest, like my business went left. I was at a point where I basically lost everything without losing everything.
That first online business that we were both a part of.
Yeah, the first online business. Like it you know, I decided to step away. And I was just making ends meet. Like I was, you know, at this moment in time, you know, I say it as a man, like, you know, I did have gratefully appreciate Nina. Like she was going half of me on bills. Like, you know, it was a struggle, you know, we were splitting rent, you know, I could barely pay for my cars and things like that because everything just went left. But when we first got together, Nina was like, hey, you have to do social media with me. And it was never a problem. Like I never cared, but I was like, cool. Like I don't really see.
I encouraged it.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. But I was like, I really don't see myself doing it, but like, I'll give it a try. And then I had a video go viral by myself without even her in it. And I was like, oh wait, this is kind of cool.
He's putting on an act right now because I never told him to do social media, and before we even started living together, he was making videos.
Because I was like, yo, this is kind of cool.
It's kind of cool.
So fast forward. I mean, long story short, I was working on my business, and then I got into like financing, and I started learning about credit and started learning about how to help people fix theirs. And then, you know, we continue to just do social media, and then keep it like super short and simple. I personally don't like talking about like what I do online because I understand what we've built together. Right. And what I do separately, it doesn't involve her.
Right.
So I like to really just keep it off of like, try to keep it off of all of our platforms.
Like a separate brand.
Like a separate brand. That's what, like when we got together, something like we kind of agreed upon. Yeah. Like we were going to build, you know, our TikToks together and keep it, you know, Nina a couple things, or, you know, even to ourselves, whatever, right? So what I do is, you know, I just the finance stuff, and, you know, obviously it's changed my life. Everything got a lot better, but I do always give Nina credit where it's due. Like without learning how to create content, without learning how to make videos and do certain things, I wouldn't have got to where I'm at now. So yeah, that's what I do, you know, a little bit of both.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful that you guys supported each other all the way through. And I feel like a lot of couples, when it comes down to like the 50-50 talk, like the 50-50 talk is such like a controversial thing to talk about now. I feel like back in the, you know, the times where our parents were growing up, it was kind of like the dad or the father would always, you know, take care of the household and cover all the bills while the mom would stay at home and do whatever. But I feel like times have changed now. And I feel like this might be like a really deep talk, but like,
let's do it.
I feel like a lot of people don't realize that times have changed since then. And it's a lot harder to just like one job cover, you know.
Yeah, the economy is crazy nowadays.
Yeah, the economy is rough, like to cover your bills and their bills. So, I mean, fortunate enough, like we're blessed to do what we do. But I mean, I feel like a lot of people are embarrassed now to like even go up to people and say, well, I need help. You know, like asking for help is such a big thing.
You have no like, now I'm like beyond blessed to say like I do cover everything, and I do come from a family where my dad was like, you know, my family's in a different situation now because they got very sick. Both my mom and dad are disabled now, but before they were disabled, my dad was goes to work, provides, pays all the bills, takes care of my mom. My mom was still working and things like that. So now I'm blessed to say like we don't go 50-50 anymore. I do cover everything. But at the end of the day, there is stuff that Nina will do. Like she'll order Amazon stuff and not ask me for money. She'll order DoorDash stuff or Instacart, whatever. But when it comes down to everything, I do take care of pretty much 98% of everything. But no, like when it wasn't like that, like it was the hardest thing in the world for me to do. And Nina could obviously see like the hardship I was going through, but I couldn't say it.
Yeah.
Right. And there was days where she would just come up to me and be like I'm gonna be honest, like she used to make more money than me. like really. Yeah. And as a man, I would just look myself in the mirror and be like, yo, like it's not that I wasn't trying, or it wasn't like it was hard, you know? It was life. And I never told her to help me, but she would just be like, here. Like when that first day of the month came every month, it was literally the worst feeling in the world, knowing that I have to go to my girlfriend and be like, I need I need $400 for this, or whatever the amount was at the time. And I truly hated it. But at the end of the day, I was blessed to have somebody that even when life wasn't going my way, not that I, like I said, wasn't trying, or I was just lazy or not even working or not trying to figure life out. Like I had somebody that didn't give up on me, because when we met, I had a lot of things, right? My life was great. And then I did lose a lot of stuff. So it was like for somebody to stay down through the hard times when they didn't have to, right? When she didn't have to by any means. As a man, like you look yourself in the mirror like, dang, things got to change like fast, because it's not a good feeling, but it's a good feeling knowing you have somebody that you can count on and somebody that did have my back and does have your back. So,
but I also think it's very important nowadays for each partner to meet each other where you're at. Yeah. I don't think 50-50 is a conversation that should be ignored or feel embarrassed about. You know, even though it's hard, especially on social media and the expectations and, you know, what everybody feels and what everybody's living and what everybody's seeing, because it is hard. And especially we met each other at a very young age. You know what I mean? So you can't expect somebody to have their whole life figured out, you know? And I think that that's also very important is people forgot the point of building with somebody that they love. Right. And I think that that's why tying into how we met is so important, because he was very intentional. He was very genuine. He was very sweet. So when times did get rough, I did think about those times where it's like, okay, I know this man loves me. And that is one thing that is hard to find nowadays is real love and people who love you for you. And I feel like he could see that in me too, when it was like I was a ride or die. And it's like I didn't come from the most either, you know, with my family. So I was used to a lot of my family, you know, living paycheck to paycheck and doing what they had to do to make ends meet. So it's like, for me, it was never a thing of embarrassment. It was a situation where it was like, I know that we're going to get out of this, so let's fight through this together. Yeah. Like, what are we going to do? If you're lacking, let me help lift you up, and vice versa. If I'm lacking, he's going to help lift me up, because this is a partnership. We're a team. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think what you said right there, and I think what you were kind of getting at is 50-50 also isn't just monetary.
Exactly.
50-50 is also, you know, emotional support. And like some days you don't have the 50, but your partner might have the 80 and you only got 20.
Exactly.
And I think that's pretty evident just hearing your guys' stories, like the full story now. I'm like, okay, wow, like, you know, you guys really truly are a 50-50. Sometimes you have more, sometimes you have less, but 100%. You guys have.
And then even to this day, like, I go on business trips. Like, I literally just got back from a 3-day business trip, and I still look at that like 50-50. Like, I got to go do what I got to do sometimes. And Nina always comes, or sometimes she's like, nah, I don't want to go. Like, I'm good. Yeah. So, and then, but she holds it down. She doesn't bother me. She doesn't like cause arguments while I'm gone and stress me out when I'm trying to deal with business or do certain things. So it's like, even like nowadays, it's not 50-50 with money or financially. I feel like there's still like, kind of like you both said, it's 50-50 emotionally or 50-50 with support. When I get back, I know Nina and we need to make content together, or we need to create videos, or we need to do certain things together. And it's like, okay, cool. You let me go and do what I got to do. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to sit back and put some of my things aside and to handle what you have to handle, or what we have to handle together. So nowadays for us, the 50-50 is less financially and more of like the other things.
Gotcha.
Pouring into each other mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all of those things.
Wow. Yeah. Well, you kind of talked about it in there a little bit. Social media, you have to come back and do videos with each other. I kind of want to dive in a little bit about your guys' evolution of content. I think she was doing it a lot longer. And then you kind of jumped in. When you guys decided to start making content together, did you guys have like an inspiration or an idea, or like, this is the type of style content we want to do? Or was it kind of just whatever's trending at the moment, we're going to do it?
Honestly, we do have inspirations that I feel like at the moment that we were looking at as couples content, and we were like, yo, they're killing it. Like, we love it. And one of them was GMV.
Garrick and Brittany. At the time. Yeah. Like last year, like a year and a half ago.
Like, no, the first few years of us like making content, we seen them killing it, and we were like, yo, they're so funny, they're so hilarious. Genuine, they don't care, you know. And I just love that about their relationship. So that was definitely like one of the inspos. And then there was just a lot of dancing videos. So I was already doing dancing videos before Nainoa. So like, I was just like, okay, I dragged him into it. And
you had 2 left feet.
He did have 2 left feet. I could dance. If you look back at Nainoa's old videos, it was a struggle to get to where we're at right now.
Those videos used to take hours
to learn a 10-second TikTok dance. But he's a real one. He put through. He did it to make me happy. And now look at him. He's killing it.
I see the videos now because I have 2 left feet. Like, I cannot. It's like kind of a joke.
I started like you. I promise.
Like, it's a joke within STG. Like, if you look at our dancing content, like, I'm always like the butt of the joke. We're like, what was that, Joel? But now, like, I'll watch your TikToks and I'm like, dang, Nainoa killed that. Like, where did that come from?
Bro, those dances used to take hours to do. And they still do. Like,
no, they don't. You're good now.
They take
They'll take a little minute sometimes.
They take a little minute.
But one thing I like about you guys too is you guys are very intentional about like even something as simple as the outfits you guys wear. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at now, like you guys is that I'd have to assume that's not you. I'd have to assume that's her.
Me, if it was up to me, I would wear probably gym clothes in every video.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like staying organized and keeping clean helps my mind feel like not cluttered. Mm-hmm. So like even as simple as it just being us matching, I don't know, is this called OCD or something?
Some minor OCD.
Something like that. Yeah. No, but like, or even my place being clean before I make videos, you know, like just certain things like I need to be on top of to feel more clarity. Like, because if not, I feel like I can't think straight. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like us sometimes matching, even if it's like a color scheme, it just feels put together and it makes me feel like, okay, things make sense. Like we go together.
It literally happened today. I have a business event in a few weeks and she's on the phone with her mom and she goes, Nah, I'm in the other room. She goes, Nah, what are you wearing to the business event? I'm like, Nina, it's in 3 weeks. Oh, I need to order an outfit. And then I go, okay, you order the outfit, you get the color, and I'll match you.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like when I see a couple out in public myself and they look put together, it's like, yo, they look good, they look sharp.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's how I like to look. I don't know. That's just me. Yeah. It's like the same thing with like me doing my makeup and getting ready. Like you feel good, you do good.
Look good, feel good.
Yeah. Look good, feel good, do good. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are serial travelers. Like you guys are some people who will, hey, by the way, I'm going to be in Vegas tomorrow.
I know,
and then in 2 days I'm going to be in Miami, and then all of a sudden I'm going to be in Pennsylvania. Traveling, is that something that you guys have always been doing, or is this like a recent kick?
We met in a business where we low-key traveled a lot for that actual business. And then I think it was fast forward to when we first got together. Nina was traveling to Arizona. Mm-hmm. And then she went to Houston for a few months, and I would travel to Houston and stay with her to see her in the very early of our relationship. So we were already doing traveling with the long distance. And then we kind of were just like, we kind of fell in love with the freedom of being able to be like, hey, let's just go and explore.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when Nina it was like her 20th birthday, I took her to Karol G concert in Miami and we were just like, cool, we're doing this every year. Like we're doing something. So it just kind of like fell upon us. And then we have really good friends that love to travel too. Yeah. So we literally get invited everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were just in where was it? Overseas.
Italy.
Yeah. How was that?
Beautiful. It was so gorgeous. Like literally jaw dropping. Like I feel like I can't even describe it because it was so beautiful. I feel like there's no place that I know that can match what Italy is.
Like we're at a point in our traveling, like don't get me wrong, we went to a few places the last few years where we went to party. Turks and Caicos, we literally went there to party. Right. You know, Tulum in Mexico, we would go there knowing that we're gonna party, but now we've got out of that phase this last year. Like we're gonna go to more like elegant trips. Like Italy, beautiful, we're dressing up, you know, we're doing all the tourist stuff, but like it's calm, it's relaxing. At the end of the day, we're still having fun. It's not going to there to party and have a crazy great time.
Yeah.
You know, now we went to Aspen for her birthday last year, right? We're just going to a lot of these new places that are more like calm, relaxing beach vibes.
Yeah.
Without the craziness.
But we love the craziness sometimes too, okay? I feel like also, I just love that we're traveling so much too because of us having kids in the future and just, you know, the busyness that's gonna take over our lives in the next few years too. Yeah. And I also feel like that's something that I always dreamed of as a little girl. Like I'm living my inner child dreams. Like little me would be so happy because that's all I ever wanted. And again, like just growing up where I grew up and how I grew up, like that wasn't always something that was also possible. And like my mom knows, like I used to have like vision boards as a little girl and everything. So that's one thing that I don't take for granted is us being able to like travel. It's definitely a luxury and we're blessed to be able to do that too. Yeah.
Well, you said something in there.
He's like, let me add on to that.
Let me add on to that.
I knew it. I seen the grin.
As soon as you said it, I perked up.
The light bulb.
Obviously, we're in a bigger friend group that have there's a lot of kids popping out.
There are.
And there's kind of
that questions every day at this point.
It's like an inside joke. It's like, well, who's next? And there's really only a couple couples left.
A few left. Nah, I mean. We already know the question, but we
let him ask it.
Yeah.
We don't even need to ask it. We've come to an agreement, like within the next few years, not like 5 years or 10 years, but within the next few years, that's something that we obviously picture us doing. We're like Nina said, we're in a stage where we want to enjoy life first. Not saying we can't enjoy life, having a child. But we want to do the experiences that we never got to do growing up.
Yeah.
And then once we do have, our future child, then go and relive them. Or kids. Go and relive them again as a family.
That's awesome.
So it's definitely something we 1000% want to do. And if I had to put a time, next probably a year, maybe 2 years.
Breaking news.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I've always said that I'm 22. I've always said that I want to have kids around 23, but I don't know. As the time is approaching, I'm like, okay, maybe is that too young still? But at the same time, I do want to be a young mom. So that's also a discussion that me and Nainoa have had. And Nainoa is 25 too. So I feel like for him...
Making it seem like that's old.
No. I feel like it makes more sense for you. Like in your age. Like it's more normal. And I guess it is normal. Like it's crazy to say, but like I beat my mom by like a mile. Like my mom had kids at 17,
Oh, wow.
My mom was 21.
Yeah.
I think my mom was 20, 21,
Yeah, so I feel like this is the range where people are like starting their families and stuff like that. But I always said 23, but I don't know. I don't know now. Yeah. I do think though the next few years for sure. But if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, I mean we're honestly like really at a point like with taking even our relationship to that next step. Level. But like we're like we've been getting closer to God lately. We've been doing a lot of personal development reading, and we're just at a point where like we're allowing it to just come into our life. Like we're not forcing it. If it happens earlier than a year from now or 2 years, then it happens. That's not anything we're gonna, like just not take for granted.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, It's a blessing no matter what. Mm-hmm. So definitely in the near future, though. Yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, kids.
Two kids. No girls.
This boy.
2 boys. One to play football.
I know it's gonna be a full house of girls.
One to play football. And the other to play basketball, or they could both play football.
He has it all planned out.
You know the water boy?
Yeah.
Girls are the devil.
Girls are the devil.
Bobby Boucher.
Kid.
I'll be happy to have a girl, but I genuinely want a boy so bad.
Just watch, he's gonna be a girl dad.
I do see you as a girl dad.
I want a boy just one. I'll be okay if I had 5 girls and 1 boy. Like you can't let the last name die.
He would definitely be a great dad, though.
I have to have a boy.
You should see how he is with this one.
Yeah.
Literally.
What are you? Are you a girl mom or a boy dad? I mean, obviously you're gonna say it's a blessing either way, but
honestly, I wanted to be a girl mom first, but as times have grown, I've noticed I'm a little spicy and a lot to handle myself. So I'm like, I just know I'd have a mini me giving me the same attitudes, giving me the same energy. So I would love a little mini me, but I feel like maybe to start, I would love a boy. Because, I mean, as far as what everybody has told me, like boys are a little bit more lower maintenance. And I have a lot of anxiety and like a lot of, I get very overstimulated really quickly. So that's also like something that we work on the side, like with the spiritual talk that I know I was just talking about and everything. So I feel like a kid in general, just like you said, is a blessing. But like, I think I would like to have a boy first and then a girl. And then the last one, I don't know.
You know, it's funny that you're saying, I feel like we're kind of sidetracking now from the kid talk. Let me get you guys out of that so you guys can avoid that question. Just hearing what you're saying right now, like you saying like you have anxiety and stuff like that. You guys really balance each other out because honestly, if you would have never told me that, I would have never known. And I feel like I do know him a lot more just because we're in STG together. We spend a lot more time together. And I do know he's pretty balanced in like situations. Like he doesn't really get too high, doesn't really get too low.
For sure.
But I thought you were kind of the same way as well.
Oh, brother.
Oh, please.
I go first. I have no anxiety. Like I genuinely my personal opinion, I don't believe in it because I do feel like that you can control your mind to a certain extent to where you can either put yourself into it and deeper into it, or you can fix it and get yourself out. Right? Of course, there's help and things that you could do. Tools. But personally, I'm in a state of mind, like, even when things don't go my way, I figure out, okay, cool, it didn't go my way, but how can I make it better? How can I come up with a solution? Okay, hey, I'm driving, I got a flat tire. Am I gonna allow that flat tire to be the worst day of my life? What if I didn't get a flat tire and I got in a car accident? That's how I think, right? I'm very level-headed and calm, which does do the yin and yang for us and have the balance. Cause Nina.
Well, I feel like when we first met, we also realized that we're very similar, but we also have different personalities in a way. Like he was very extrovert, and as much as it may not seem like it, I am a little bit more of an introvert.
Yes,
crazy. I can be an extrovert, but deep down, like, and the reason why I feel like I am a little bit more of an introvert is because I'm such a homebody. Nainoa cannot be home. And I think that also helps with like social interaction and with anxiety and with all these different things. So I know like if I put myself a little bit more like in the social space where I'm like always forcing myself to have conversations, which I should be doing all the time, but sometimes it's a little harder, or, you know, just being out more, I think that would help me. But I also think that's also part of how we grew up. Yeah. Like I said before, Hispanic household, I was always in the house. Yeah. So like I was talking to my family and stuff like that, of course, and I was always outgoing. Like I'll always try my best, but it's always a little bit like, sometimes it could be harder for me, depending on the situation, whether there's pressure or what exactly is going on. But I definitely feel like Nainoa does balance me out because Nainoa thinks he's just like everything is manageable and he can overcome everything, and which is great because I feel like when I have those moments of self-doubt, he's definitely somebody that I go to talk to, because he will make, like, if you believe that you could fly, Nainoa will make you believe that you could fly. You know what I mean? So like I definitely feel like we do balance each other out in that way.
But then like I'm really bad with emotions.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the best. Like when I say emotions, like I don't like emotions like expressing them. Not like I get angry or mad or stuff like that. Speak. I struggle with the emotional side of things on like when having deep conversations or like when I'm in a or like let's just say an argument with somebody or over text or whatever it is. I struggle with trying to express it to people, or even when Nina and I have conversations sometimes, like I'll shut down and just stay quiet because I'm not good at that. So that's something that she's very well at. Like she can express her emotions to anybody, good, bad, the gossip, whatever. Yeah. And me, I'm just like, okay, here, like whatever, like I'm good. I'm sorry. If you feel that way, I'm sorry. I'm done. Like nothing else to it. Yeah. But she's like helps me with that.
Like I have the depth.
And she's very like good at that. So when we really do have a crazy like balance in life, like
in our personalities and like, how we think and how we move.
Yeah. When like even like she says she's an introvert and I'm an extrovert. So even when we go out or go in public, like I'm.
I know she's snoring. Can you hear that? Will you be able to
I don't think so.
Like even
she's been snoring for a minute now.
Even when we go out or like go out and party or go out in social events or whatever, like, and she's with me, like I know, like okay, I know she's a little bit more like on the not shy, but like on the extrovert end. But like I know that I gotta go in there and start conversations, introduce us to people, and start the spark. And then once she's good though, like
it's like when I read the energy,
social butterfly.
Like I am a very spiritual person too, and I can read anything. I can read like intentions, and like I know like off the bat, like if you're interested in actually being a real friend or whatever the case may be. So once I feel that like comfort and that genuineness, that's when it's like I'm open and you wouldn't even think. Yeah. And that's why you probably feel like that, because I've never been like that towards the group or anything like that. You guys have only known me as being super outgoing and loving and everything like that. But it's like because it's a safe space and it feels good, you know? So.
Yeah, you fooled me. I was like, oh yeah, they're just the most.
A little bit of both,
let Nina come to like one of my business meetings and she's gonna be like, no, don't talk to me.
No, that's not how I am. I feel like it just depends.
Yeah,
I think kind of steering away from that, going back to like the social media side, one of my favorite series that you guys do is like The Rules. Like those are like some of my, I know I've seen other couples do it, but I feel like you guys have like taken it and ran with it. Is that something that you guys like enjoy doing? Because I feel like it kind of gives us a little bit, I mean, obviously this podcast is the most intimate space, but I feel like in those series we get the most versions of you guys, because I mean, you guys crush the dancing content, but like dancing, you don't really get like a sense of like the person,
personality.
Right? But when we get like those rule series, I feel like I get like a little bit more in depth of your guys' personal life. And I'm like, oh, like I feel the same way about that. Like, so is that like kind of like a good outlet for you guys to, it feels comfortable talking about the personal side and then also making it fun as well?
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially because again, like back to like my mindset and always feeling like strategize and organize. Like I feel like that's the best way for me to like show people more of us and who we are without it also being like too personal, because I feel like that is also something that can be scary sometimes with social media, is getting too personal and oversharing your life, because sometimes people feel like they're a part of it entirely and that they have so much of an opinion on it. So I think that that could be the harder part and the harder side of it. So I feel like in that way specifically, it gives kind of like organization, strategy, and like I could still share without oversharing, you know?
Yeah. I think we got a lot of different personalities.
Yeah.
So like the traveling, we did one for traveling. We did one at home. We did one for her. We've done one like all types of different stuff. So I feel like since we have so many different personalities, I guess, like we get
things going on, like we're living so many lives. Literally.
I can't wait to see the kid one. This is how we raise our kids.
I was gonna buy the stomach and I was gonna do it, but I was like, is that too
much? I have one if you guys need one. I wanted to ask something. This is gonna be kind of a funny question. When I met you guys, I didn't know what ethnicity you guys were. Because, like, I heard, like, because I'm Mexican. So I heard a little bit of, like, the Latino, Latina. And I was like, okay, that sounds like people I've grown up with, but I don't quite know. And then this guy, he just, I had no idea what he was.
I'm a mutt. So my dad is Hawaiian and Korean. And then my mom is white.
And I'm Boricua. My parents are full Puerto Rican, 100%. Wow. Yeah.
And they made it to Pennsylvania?
So my mom was born and raised here in PA, but my dad was born and raised in Puerto Rico. And then my grandma, too, from my mom's side.
It sounds crazy, though, but like where she's from, there's a lot of Hispanics.
Really?
Like her community?
I feel like it's very diverse. And it's a small town, so you wouldn't really guess it because it's also like an Amish city. Do you know what Amish are?
Yeah, that's
you do? Okay.
Interesting, very interesting.
Yeah, I feel like I ask people because some people don't know what it is.
I didn't know what it was.
So for you guys, you guys obviously live in a beautiful penthouse downtown Phoenix. Is the city life, you grew up in the city life, is this the final, you guys are always going to be these type of people, or is the final like we're going to get a farm? Where do you kind of find yourself in the future when we do settle down, have kids and stuff like that?
That's a really hard question, only because I feel like we're always living in the unknown. Like we've literally lived in a few different places. We've lived in Atlanta for 3 months. We just came back from living in Florida for a few months as well. So I feel like, no, we don't want to live in a high rise forever, of course. And I don't necessarily want to live in the city exactly. I would love to live a little bit more on the outskirts. We don't really know what part of Arizona yet, but we also do want to consider Florida one more time. Yeah, we would like to consider Florida one more time. It's a new environment. It's new. It's fresh. I've always wanted to live by the beach, and I also think that it's closer to my family. So if it is to work out this second time that we try, because we are going to try again soon. But if it were to work out, I wouldn't mind either Florida or Arizona. And I think it's just necessarily because I've always been out and about anyways. You know what I mean?
This is where like that 50-50 comes in. I mean, for STG, because we still do have an apartment in Florida that, you know, we're paying for, that we're not even living there. Because I did go to Florida to expand my business, and obviously Nina wanted to go, so it was pretty easy to get her to go. Yeah. But the 50-50 came in of, I basically just told her like, hey, like I'm tired of spending so much money flying back to Arizona to shoot STG videos, and then flying back to Florida the next day to run the business, and then 3 days later flying back again to shoot STG videos. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know, are you cool with just going back to Arizona? And then obviously, you know, she was super down. So we do want to go to Miami full time. And I have a few ideas of how I'm gonna do the flights now. Yeah. Like get on somebody's like flight benefits. So where my flights would technically be free, you know, now. Where I'm not spending so much money flying back and forth all the time. Because it's not the problem of traveling. I was spending so much extra money. Yeah. That it was a little bit unnecessary. But we do wanna go back to Florida. But after the high rises and the apartments and all those good things, I do think we want to like get a house on the outskirts, kind of like Nina said, like if you know Arizona, like North Scottsdale, like out of the way, but still in the mix, but out of the way.
Phoenix is one of those cities where it's like you can be far away, but you're still
around.
You're still around. It's only like a 40-minute drive.
But that's the goal. Like we're definitely like, even in this, I mean, our apartment is beautiful, and it's a bigger apartment than normal, like regular size apartments. We're running out of space, and it's two of us and our child, literally our child. For real. And we're literally running out of space here, and we have a 2-bedroom, like full 2-bedroom, full 2-bed, 2-bath. And it's getting to a point where it's like, we just need more room and more storage. So we're getting to that point where it's like, we may do like another year here, and then start looking for houses and homes and stuff like that.
And it's smarter anyways. Yeah. Whether it's renting or whether it's buying, you get a much bigger space, I feel like, or at least more storage for the same price.
Facts. I'd say for the guy side, I mean, we're all in one general area as well. Yeah. Facts. And
come on over.
Selfishly, I'd love to have y'all over there.
No, I mean, I definitely, we have looked in that area. Like, honestly, it's really that area, or it's like the Paradise Valley, Scottsdale area. Like, there's honestly no other areas that we'd probably look to living in.
And I would like to, because as much as I love the city life, I also don't always feel necessarily the most safe. Like walking out, and I think that's also very hard as a woman in these days. So that's also why I would want to be a little bit more on the outskirts, like out the way. Yeah.
Well, I had a great time. I had a blast. Is this your guys' first podcast?
No? Second.
Our other first podcast ever was with Reese, Justice, and Fads when they did Talk That Talk.
Talk That Talk.
Yeah, that was our first one ever.
Yeah.
You know who I should get Fads on?
He would be good.
I feel like that'd be a good one.
Fads would be good.
Talk That Talk. Well, I got you guys now. Yeah, I'm super blessed and happy to call you guys my friends. I call Nainoa for the most random things.
I
know. Yo, side quest. Yeah. Nina knows when we're up at 1-2 a.m.
Clash Royale.
But she literally hates that game. She's like, oh, you're...
Bro, I walk in the bathroom.
Bro, I go sit on the toilet for
45 minutes. I'm like, what is he up to?
No, we're...
The game every single time. Every single time.
You know, there was a study. I sent it to him.
I told her that.
People who play Clash Royale tend to be more successful in high stress situations because we're constantly in high stress situations.
Well, I has no idea what one time he made me mad and I went on the game and I lost on purpose.
Oh, that's evil.
That's evil.
Trophies gone. No, like, yeah, I'll call him about random stuff. Obviously, I'm not a girl, so me and we don't connect on that level. But every time me and you like have those conversations, especially like on the trips, I'm like, wow, like he's really cool to talk to, But we just don't get those opportunities. Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoy this. I had a great time.
Yeah, it was fun. A great time.
Yeah,
great.
Well, thank you guys.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, Joe.